What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Growth by Shawn podcast. Happy April. So yesterday, Easter, I hope everyone enjoyed, that is celebrating. And if you are not, I hope you enjoyed your day regardless. So I want to talk today about how to get back on track on Easter, because there are so many of us where all of a sudden we have one bad snack, one bad meal, and this just gives us this fuck it mentality where nothing will ever go right again. I'm going to self-sabotage as much as I can. I am going to make it so that all of a sudden I have all this momentum, but it's in the wrong direction. So I want to talk about how, even though yesterday you may have had an excess of calories, how to get back on track today. So the first thing that I think is important to touch base on is acceptance. Accepting where you are at today. There is absolutely zero way to go back and change any action, behavior, or food that you ate yesterday. So how you respond today is how you will move forward. Because if you look at yesterday and you continue to just beat yourself up over it, then all that's going to happen is you are going to feel all of this shame and guilt, and you're going to say, you know what, this is just who I am. This is like nothing ever goes right for me. And you're going to have all this negative self-talk, and you're just going to talk your way into oblivion. Okay. So how you respond today and accepting, regardless of what happened yesterday. I don't care if you ate an entire cake yesterday. All you can get back on track today. Today is a fresh start. Even if you ate an entire cake yesterday and then 20 minutes later you said, you know what, I'm gonna get back on track. You can get back on track 20 minutes after you ate a cake. You really can. Because if you just tell yourself that you're getting back on track and then your actions align with that, then that's it. You get back on track. So if you beat yourself up and you try to restrict yourself today, you're already setting yourself up to fail. Okay? It takes one thought, it takes one action to get back on track. That's it. All you have to do, you can go and eat an apple right now and all of a sudden you can be back on track. So you could be listening to this because you saw the title and you're looking for actionable steps to take. Well, here they are. So the first thing I want you to do is have a plan. Whether you're tracking your calories, which I do recommend, just eating whole foods, doing keto, whatever you are doing, okay? Plan out what you will eat today. When you have that plan, it's at least easier to stick to that as opposed to just mindlessly going through your day. So even if you're listening to this and you're already at work and you're gonna go out to lunch, or you're going out to dinner tonight, or you didn't pack anything, you can create a plan in your head right now, okay? You can say, you know what, I am going out to lunch later, but what can I have, right? You can look up the menu quickly. Can I have a salad with chicken? Can I have just some salmon and veggies, right? There's always something where you can do the best doable option. Nothing will ever be optimal, but you always have the opportunity to have the best doable option, okay? So I want to backtrack just for a moment, because I did write this down. I was planning this out yesterday. I really wanted to make sure that this was valuable for you listening, okay? If you're beating yourself up yesterday and you're in a state of, screw this, I'm going to just eat whatever today because I ate whatever yesterday, and you're feeling bad for yourself, okay? I want you to pause this, okay? I want you to go. I want you to splash a bunch of cold water on your face. And that's it, all right? Because you can automatically feel better. You can help regulate that nervous system, put you into a different state right now. And by doing that, in turn, you will be able to make more clear decisions. The less you are in fight or flight, the more clear decision-making ability you will have. So if you just go and splash water onto your face, if you were in a terrible mood, okay, you can get into a much better mood by just splashing some water onto your face. And that's it. That's literally it, okay? Because you are changing your state. I've talked about how to change your state before. I'm not going to just stay on that for today. So going back to having a plan, okay, the actual steps, having a plan, planning out what you will eat. Discipline is easier when you have structure. The more small promises you can keep to yourself, the easier it is to build mental fortitude and to build mental toughness and to build discipline, okay? So planning out, having structure. Structure is everything. Freedom does not create discipline. Discipline creates freedom. Next, I want you to look at your environment. Set your environment up for success. Some people love to bring home leftovers. Others hate to bring home leftovers. For some reason, some people get in this mentality of when that they bring home a leftover, they bring 5 brownies home, okay? They think that they need to eat all 5 brownies the next day because if they have them in the house, they will eat them. To a degree, that is true, okay? But if you're in a headspace of you have a big family or you have a small family and you guys just had way too much food, because that's what we always have, okay? Like we brought home half of a cake yesterday, half of a cake. And sure, we can eat some and or I could get into this mentality of, all right, you know what, like I will completely ruin all of my progress if I eat cake every day, so I'm just gonna eat the entire cake today. You're doing yourself no good, all right, by sitting there and trying to eat all 5 brownies today or eating a half of a cake, okay, and just feeling bad that you even brought leftovers back. Here's what I think you should do, okay, because this is just that all or nothing mentality that we have, all right? And I've used this example before. You're on the highway, you get a flat tire, all right? That's you eating a slice of cake. Is you getting a flat tire. You eating the entire cake is you deciding that you're gonna slash all 4 just because one popped. That's the all or nothing mentality. Would you really go, if you were on the highway and you got a flat tire, would you really go and slash the other 3 just because you got 1? No, of course you wouldn't. So you don't need to go and eat an entire cake just because you had a slice, okay? So here are a couple ways that you do not have to eat all of them, okay? 1, noticing that if you have the desire to eat all of them today because you brought all of them home, this is a sign that your diet may be overly restrictive for you, okay? I'm all about building healthy relationships of food with people. So imagine feeling like you cheated on your diet because you ate a brownie. That's how you feel, and that's why you would rather eat 5 today and not eat any of the rest of the week, so that Tuesday through Friday you feel like you were good. No, you eating 5 brownies today, but then eating super clean and super restrictive Tuesday through Friday, that's not a healthy relationship with food. If it is for you, awesome. In my opinion, it's not. So here's how you set your environment up. Let's say you take 5 brownies home, okay? Environment is everything. So what are you gonna do with these 5 brownies? If they sit on the counter, you will be very inclined to eat all 5 brownies. If you put 3 in the freezer, you packed 1 for lunch for tomorrow, and you left 1 on the counter, you would be inclined to eat 1 brownie. You already have a brownie for tomorrow, and then you've got 3 frozen. You can individually wrap them. You can take 1 out of the freezer, and when you feel like having 1, you can put it and pack it in your lunch for tomorrow. Have you ever heard of the phrase, out of sight, out of mind? Well, it's 100% true. Because if it's not in your awareness, you don't think about it as much. If I have a tray of brownies that are sitting on the table, I'm very inclined to eat them. If I have apples on the table, I'm more inclined to eat them. If I don't have anything on the table, I'm not as inclined to eat either of them. This is how your environment works, okay? What is around you is going to be top of mind. So what you can do is freeze them and put them, like making the barrier to eat them more difficult. So even if they're frozen, you're gonna have to take time to go and heat them up. And of course, like a brownie heated up is better. I understand that. But at the same time, like if the barrier to entry is not as easy, you're just less inclined to go and eat them. Okay? That's just how it works. All right. So I want you to try this, okay? And just see if there's a little resistance to having them. All right. So when you're going through your day today, when you're going through the rest of your week, I want you to just think, am I being restrictive? Am I beating myself up? Am I shaming myself because of what I ate on one day? And if you are, sit with that. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself where that came from. Because that's not you, it's just something that you learned. All right? Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this very short and sweet podcast today. If you have not already, please like, subscribe, share this with someone that it will help them. It's very important to me, to you, and especially to them. All right? Guys, have an amazing week. We're coming back next week with some more guests. I'm very excited, and I'll talk to you next time.